Hey everyone, Eric Sorensen with Servitech Engineering and Facility Solutions. Here to talk to you a little bit about filters. We're on the rooftop of one of our buildings here in Southern California. We're getting a lot of questions today from customers as well as tenants alike on what kind of filters do we have in our building? What kind of filters should we have in our building, and are we running the right kind of filters? So that's a little bit of a complex question. I don't want to get too deep into that because it's the difference between an office environment and a controlled environment. Office environments are not labs, they're not pharmaceutical, they're not biotech, they're not life science, but still we're pushing more and more and more for filters, much like this one, that are filtering up through viruses, which is the biggest concern with the COVID issues that we've had today in 2020. Anyway, this is a 2020x4 box pleated filter. This is a MERV 13 rated filter. This particular filter here is a MERV 8 rated filter. There is nothing wrong with this filter. The fact that it's not MERV 13 rated, though, means that a lot of buildings are moving away from this, simply because tenants are looking for something that's got a little bit better filtration quality, a little more indoor air quality focused on the filtration. That doesn't mean that anything we were doing previously was wrong. Everything was great. Filters are meant to protect equipment as much as they are to protect people. When you start putting in higher efficiency filters, you're also causing more resistance on your fan, more energy consumption, but you know what? You're going to have a happier tenant. Now, let's talk about filters for 1 second as far as changing goes. Often people say, how often should I change filters? And what they'll see is they'll see a filter that looks something like this, a little bit gray, a little bit dirty, and I'll say, well, why are you changing that? And they'll say, well, we change them quarterly just because. Okay, well, these are kind of expensive, as you'll see here. This is a MERV 13 rated filter. MERV 13s are pretty expensive filters these days, and they're a little bit hard to come by. Filters should be changed based on their pressure differential. That means the pressure from the inlet side of the filter to the outlet side of the filter. I know a lot of engineers and even property managers will walk into an air handler room, they'll look at the filter, they'll notice it's a little bit gray and say, hey, shouldn't we be changing our filters? Believe it or not, Indoor Air Quality 101 says a dirtier filter actually filters better than a new filter. So one of the main reasons why they're rated at a certain level, in this case this is a 1/4 inch of water column, before we change this filter, is because that's the efficiency level, not only on the filter medium, but before we start to really draw higher amperage on the motor by creating more resistance, pulling the air through the filter. So the difference between a MERV 13 filter and a MERV 8 filter is that a MERV 13 filter is actually rated to filter viruses, where the MERV 8 filter will not. This is a residential standard filter, as well as a lot of light commercial up to standard pre-filter in larger commercial buildings. This filter will filter a lot more bacteria, viruses, germs, dust, pollen. So MERV 13s are really good filters, but understand that a MERV 13 is a charged filter. That means the filter medium itself is a charged medium, and it will deplete over about 2 to 3 months, and the rating will drop to about a MERV 10, MERV 11 rating.